Hey, Tatanka, good to see you, brother. Hope you're having a great evening. Happy Friday, by the way. A little minor injury. I think it's broken. I don't know. It's way more crooked than the other. And I can't remember if it's always been that way or because I was doing jujitsu and I saw it kind of go like a kick. I'm pretty sure it's busted. It doesn't hurt, but I'm trying to keep it straight because if I don't have it in this thing, it kind of dips down. Like I just put an air. Turn off. Thank you, Ortiz there on jazz drums. Yeah. So you probably heard nothing of what I just said, but yeah. So I think this thing's broken, and like if this isn't here, it kind of dips like that. So it's like. So I think it might be broken, but it doesn't hurt. So there you go. Anyway, that's why I got this shenanigans. Thank you, Walgreens. There you go. By the way, you get the splint, and the tape is not included. Just so you know, they just give you like a courtesy roll. No, it's like batteries apparently in the splint business. You know. All right, folks. Thanks for tuning in. God bless you. Welcome to Jeff, the Unlicensed Therapist, where your therapy needs are met. Hopefully. For a very minimal cost. It's free. It's absolutely free. And what in this life is. You're welcome. And me not having a license, I think is actually beneficial to you. So thank you to Tatanka for tuning in and everybody else coming in on a lovely Friday evening. I say lovely, it's horrible. Well, actually, no, it's not bad now. But I just want to move to Malibu right now or Maui, Wailea. Oh, that's my favorite place there. I just the heat like for the last all of July really it feels like it's just been 90s and humid, and I can't. I'm going crazy. I'm getting to an age I think where I'm just like I fucking enough of this. I sold the house, my ex and my house, so I don't have that anymore to tether me, so I can move. But I got to wait till my son graduates high school. So I've got 3 years. 3 years of the heat. And it's not, in the fall, it's not bad, but yeah, fuck, man, it's hot. It's just fucking hot. And I do my jujitsu like any self-respecting man does. Today I was doing kickboxing with the broken finger, which is not the smartest thing, but it's in a glove. So there you go. But it's 90 degrees, 95 degrees in an airport hangar. By the way, it's an amazing jujitsu place. It's the best. It's Forge Jiu-Jitsu. Terrific place. All right, let's get started, folks. Let's get started. Okay. Again, if you have questions, let me set up the show. I'm just assuming I'm on my 96th show. Next Thursday, I guess I'll be 100. I think. Ballpark. Maybe I missed one. But you get by next week I'll hit 100. That's kind of a cool milestone. I feel like I should have some kind of a party. Hopefully Rumble will feature that show. I was featured last night. I was featured Monday. So I've had a good week of being featured. But yeah, so I'm pretty stoked about it. I'm really enjoying the show, and I think it's doing pretty well. So that being said, let's get started. Polish, great to see you. Hello, bigots. Polish. Yeah. It's the best greeting ever. It really is. It really is. All right, let's get this party started, folks. Let me set it up again. So if you have anything you want answered, any kind of a family thing, work thing, any kind of a thing, or just an issue that you're having with another person within yourself, you can just put it in the chat. I'll answer for you. Eventually, this is going to be a phone-in show. I get so gun shy trying the Rumble software though, because I tried the new Rumble software, which has the phone-in feature. I still can't get it to work. I know that's on me. But I just seem to struggle with their new software. So I'm using the legacy software, until the wheels fall off, or until they're like, you have to now use the new stuff. I'm like, okay. I jumped on it for like a week or two, a couple different times, but I always just had some issues. But it's probably better by now. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. Let's get this party started, and let me share the first "Am I the Asshole" here, where you can help me decide if this person is the a-hole. Am I the asshole for asking for proof before paying the utility bill? Not necessarily. I mean, it's just a roommate situation. So if it's your wife, maybe that might not be great. If you're like, yeah, let me see that bill. Let me see the bill there. Yeah, I think you might be pulling a fast one on me. So yeah, that would be terrible. That would just be awful, wouldn't it? Come on, that's just awful. All right, hey, watch, welcome. Oh, thank you, watch woman on the wall. Appreciate that. All right, let me get back to the shenanigans, if you will. Here we go. Okay, so we moved to the new province. I guess you're Canadian, and into a house last December. The property manager asked that we change the utilities into our name. Yeah, that makes sense. However, when we went to do that, we were told that we needed a written statement from the owner property manager to do that. Okay, so we asked for that, got no response. All right, he's not very attentive. Asked again, no response. Um, Also, not very good. Good to see. Tried to call the utilities again. They wouldn't bend. Again, the property manager, no response. Okay, well, I mean, obviously, you got this property manager's a hack. He must have a boss, right? I mean, the property manager usually works for a property management company. I would contact the property management company that this property manager purportedly works for, unless it's his own building and he's the property man. But I think he's got a boss. The property manager told us he'd pay a bill in around February and ask for 900. We paid him. Yeah, yeah. No way. This guy, no, you are not the asshole. He's just gonna, yeah, it's $900. It's probably like $300. Maybe it's 500 on a, if you're using a lot of heat. But no, he's definitely robbing him. Anyway, let's just make sure. The property manager told us he'd paid a bill in around February and asked for 900. We paid him again, asked for the letter to change it to our names. No response. Waited. I don't think you'll ever get it from him because now that he started, I think he's stealing from you. You think he's stealing from you. Now that that's happening, to give you access to your utility bill would allow you to go and look at previous statements, which would show you that he has, in fact, been cheating you by however much he's been cheating you. What I would do is I guess I would call the utility company directly and ask what a similar size unit, they usually have these things where it's like, hey, if we want to be efficient, so you play it that way. Like, I want to be as efficient as everybody else. I really want to hit those efficiency numbers. How many gigawatts of power should I be using? Whatever they use, hertz. I don't know. How many should a property this size be using? Like, what should that be running? You could probably even just input that in your local computer, in your computer. All right, so you got a message from the property manager saying you owe me 1,400 as I paid it until transferred. Okay, we replied. Send us a copy of the statement and we'll pay you. No response. Yeah, do not send him any money. Make him give you an actual bill, a real bill, and make him change it over into your names. A month and a half later, we get an angry text at 9 a.m. on Wednesday. I can't believe you haven't paid me. I did you a favor, pay me. Say, yeah, we just want to see the bill. Yeah, you're totally in the right here. He's completely in the wrong. We responded, well, yeah, we'll do as soon as you send us a copy of the statement. Yeah, fuck this guy. That's my professional opinion. Take a screenshot or something. Just want to know we're paying what we owe. Yeah, absolutely. You need a copy for tax purposes. That's a great way to put it too. And you do. No response. Text it again. No response. Okay. The thing is, it's not totally unreasonable that we do in fact owe them money. Yeah, you just want proof. Yeah, come on. Kind of starting to feel like a Nigerian prince thing. Maybe he's probably paying. I don't know. Is he really? Is he even the property manager? I'm really starting to wonder. Definitely, we owe money, but it's super sketch. Or am I the asshole? No, you're not. Edit. The total isn't necessarily unreasonable. It's on the top floor with the empty. Okay, but you still got to show you how much it costs, and you should be able to call and find out. Say, we just want to know what this. Just explain the situation. This guy won't help us. He wants us to, is our bill current? We live in the house. Is our, at least find out if the bill's current, if he's paying it. What was last month's bill? You'll find someone there. And if you really want to do yourself a favor, go to the property manager's boss. He must work for property managers. Work for a property management company. It's usually not a standalone outfit. So go to his boss and be like, what is with this guy? Why won't he give us? And then they'll put a little pressure on him, and suddenly, voila, you'll have your bills, you'll have your statements, and you'll have your name on the on what you want it on. Come on, not asking for the world. Barely. Not asking for anything. Just, just a little, I don't know. The guy's a douche. Hey, upon the rise. Good to see you. Thank you for tuning in. Uh, you woke, yeah, good. I'm glad you woke up in time to watch too. Heat rises. Oh, yeah, that's true. Heat does rise. So, yeah, I mean, it could be legit, but the guy's, why is he just being such a prick about it? That's the thing. It's not unreasonable, it's unreasonable to want someone to pay and not be willing to show them a bill of any sort. Yeah, take my word for it. Nah, you know what? No, I will not. There's just no reason for that. All right. Am I the asshole for missing my cousin's wedding for my girlfriend's best friends? Yeah, maybe you obviously don't like the cousin as much. I don't think. No, it's dealer's choice. It's a cousin. It's not an immediate family member. How close are you to the cousin? How many cousins do you have? My fiance is Mexican. She's got a lot of cousins. Does she make every wedding? No. If her best friend's having a wedding or something like that, and one of her cousins, she's probably going to go to her best friends unless she's really tight with that cousin. But even then, she'll probably go to her best. Why wouldn't you go to your best friends? I feel like best friend outweighs cousin, unless your cousin is your best friend. I just think that's where it falls. Now, sister, brother, and that's different. That's direct family. But I feel like best friend greater than cousin, unless cousin also best friend. There you go. For those who are interested in my post, this is a small epilogue. We'll do it in the Star Wars scroll then. I personally haven't received any text response from my cousin. Honestly, not really bothered. See, you don't even like him about the situation. Not feeling guilty. You don't care about him. And that's fine. Just amused about his actions and to everything. We're both around 28, 29. And I don't think you should be this pressed when people have their own prior commitments. Okay, so I guess they really wanted you to come. Maybe you buy the best wedding gifts. I don't know. Final parts of the story. Stopped by my parents' house last night, and my mother told me my cousin has still been texting her and complaining about me missing his wedding for some girl that may or may not be the one friend. All right. She's responded back to him multiple times, asking him to stop texting her. Just block him. She doesn't know how to block. Show her how to block. Obviously, he read my message, didn't respond, then complained to my mom. I mentioned to him I kept it up. He would be debating on attending them. So I can't. He's not making any sense. He's acting very close-minded. Thinks everyone should agree with his side. Like, what? Who cares if you go or don't go? Like, are you like the queen of the family? Are you like the kind of like the one everybody wants on the guest list? Are you kind of the matriarch of the family, the unofficial matriarch? I don't know. Maybe you're just you're the big cheese, and he wants you to come to dinner and break some cheddar with him. Answer to some previous questions. I'm a guy. Well, you sounded like a girl just from the way you wrote that. Just so you know, I thought that was obvious. It wasn't. I assumed you were a woman. He comes from good money, so wasn't expecting something crazy from me. I did mention that. I don't have to follow my girlfriend. It's principle. All right. Okay, so there you go. Now you're not the asshole. Yeah, fuck your cousin. Well, I don't, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, people in the South might be listening. I'm kidding, but it's a notorious a stereotype down South, isn't it? It is. I take it back. I'm just being ridiculous. All right, let's back up here, back out, back in. The landlady's kid. Oh yeah, because Mr. MAGA had like some crazy ass, just I don't know, like your own Venezuelan onslaught. When Trump went in and with his sound weapons and shit and just liquefied people. Those fucking sound weapons. Oh, I don't know. Those things sounded pretty cool. And then never using them again. They used them once in Venezuela. It seemed like they were incredibly effective. Got I was gonna say Noriega. That's like real old. Maduro out, and why not use them up in Iran? Why not liquefy some people there? So last night, landlady's kid in jail, 2,500 bond, and they're trying to get him in rehab. Well, hopefully they can. As they just learned how to snap a padlock with two large open-ended wrenches. Oh yeah, I've seen that. I've seen the videos on that. I remember the guys that when I used to work, I worked out at Bally's in Chicago, and the guys would get so excited when somebody's lock wouldn't like they had to open you forgot your combination, or that you just left your lock on a locker. They had these like lock shears, but they were so long, because principles of a fulcrum, I guess, right? So yeah, I went to school, but I mean, it's like I don't know. Let me see if I can see where I am here in the picture. So like from where I'm sitting all the way across the, I mean, they were long. They're probably like, I swear to God, they had to be like 4 to 5 feet. It seemed like the two ends of them, you know, and then they would just kind of like push them together like this, but it wasn't a lot of work because they were just so long, and they would just like that, and they loved doing it, and it was cool to watch. It looked like I'm like, oh, these things are like carrot top size, like he'd have them in his act. But hey, more power to them. It worked, and they were. It's like the best part of their day. I swear to God. So yeah, that's crazy. Hello, Despo Addict. How are you? All right. Am I the asshole on rushing a flight attendant for blocking the aisle with their butt? Yeah, like what are you rushing let her do her job, man? Like, let's read. Let's read. What do you think? Like, it's her job. Here's the thing: a flight attendant wants you to get on the plane as quickly as possible, as smoothly as possible. A flight attendant wants you to get off the plane as quickly as possible, as smoothly as possible. They're not trying to jam up the aisleways to delay a flight, to miss a connection, to be stuck in some godforsaken city they don't want to be stuck in. I'm getting married to a flight attendant. I should know. They're very efficient, and they're not purposely trying to. I mean, some of them got some big asses. Let's be honest, but it's not intentional. But let's dive in, shall we? That was a short one. All right. I don't think age is an issue here, but she is an elderly what? Woman, man. She's an elderly. You don't even they don't even have sex with you. They're just old people. They're just creatures. These elderly old newts or salamanders just sitting on rocks or like what the hell? The hell? She is an elderly. What the hell? You're an asshole. I'll tell you that right now for saying she is an elderly with no pronouns. Are you trying to be woke? Or, you know what I mean? Like I don't want to use any pronouns. Not they, them, not he, she, not huda, huda. I'm not using any pronouns. I'm just going to call her an elderly. You're a middle age. You're an elderly. You're a youth. All right. So, anyways, this elderly was sitting on the side of the seat. Oh, you used a pronoun. You blew your whole game there. Sitting on her seat with her ass sticking out, blocking the walking aisle while everyone was boarding. I politely stated, "Sorry, excuse me, we can't get through." She responded with, "Give me a second," and just stared at me. Okay. So she said, "Give me." Well, my feeling is she's not either one. She's having, you said she's old. So one, she's like, maybe her knee went out. Maybe she's having some pain. Maybe she's, gallbladder's hurting. Maybe she just had a surgery. I'll tell you right now, I don't want to mention specific airlines, but the airlines are not sympathetic to flight attendants' maladies or if you don't show up to work, you don't get paid, man. So people show up, with like this, but with their legs or their arms or their sick. People are going to show up because they don't get paid if they don't. So give her a second, man. That's not, you're impatient. You're an asshole, and you're very impatient. You really think she's trying to clog up the aisle? Pretend it's your grandmother. It's probably somebody's grandmother. Give her a second and get her shit together. Maybe she got dizzy. You just said she was old. Maybe she had a dizzy spell. She's like, just give me a sec. Hey, no, get out of the way. I got to get to my seat. Shirk. Honestly, she might have had a dizzy spell or something. Ugh, all right, let's keep going. But her ass, I guess she had a fat ass. So that's what really upset you. Thin, spindly elderlies, as you call them, you're okay with, but not the fat ass variety. And good for an elderly person still having a fat ass. Usually that stuff just whisks away with the age as you get ready to meet your maker. All right. So she says, "Give me a sec," and just stared at me. Probably because you're giving her a look, or she's probably like, really, really, dude. I'm upset at her just sitting there and staring at me instead of just move her ass. You are a douche. You are a rude piece of shit. Whether it's a flight attendant, whether it's another person, any human being, you seem like a very self-centered, narcissistic piece of shit. Move her ass and sit properly. First of all, they don't usually sit while you're boarding the plane. just in case you didn't know that, dummy. Can we get through now? My wife thinks I'm the asshole. Your wife is right. She's 100%. Even the person who knows you the best, your own wife knows you're an asshole. You are an asshole, and believes we could get kicked off the airline for fighting it. For fighting what? The flight attendant thinks my cup of coffee on my hand is alcohol. You don't even make any sense. Are you drunk when you got on the plane? I'm just upset. There's no respect for customers on flight at all here. I'm pushing stroller with my kid with a coffee on my hand. You're an idiot. You got a stroller and a coffee. You're a moron. I get like if I have a briefcase or a carry on, it's very rare I'm going to take a coffee because it's just too many of these. You got kids in a stroller and you're swinging some fucking Starbucks around. You're an asshole. Ay, ay, ay. No wonder you couldn't get through. You're carrying your whole fucking living room with you onto the plane and complaining. You're pushing a stroller with my kid with a coffee. Hey, if you spill a coffee, it just goes on your kid, and then you sue the airline, right? Is that the plan? On hand. I don't want any accidents going through. I didn't recognize she was a flight attendant first until my wife stated in Chinese and asked me to just let it go. Your wife is the only rational one there. And I don't mean to be, Asians as a whole is a patriarchal society. And generally, speaking in patriarchal societies, women are looked down on as less than. And how dare this woman get in your way? Am I making some ground with you? Probably. You are the asshole. And your wife's right. Good for her. Jerk. What a dick. What a dick. Honestly. Like, hey, stop having a heart attack. I'm trying to get into squeeze my ass into 38B with my big stroller and 3 carry-ons, even though I'm only supposed to have 2, and my fucking hot coffee and my stinky ass I don't know, beef and cheddar sandwich from Arby's. They should have Arby's at airports. I don't think they do. It's a damn shame. I do love Arby's. Hey, pizza. Well, yeah, stroller on a plane. Thank you. Yeah, you're right. It's not allowed. You make a good point. It's not allowed on a plane. The plot thickens. You're right. You got to check the stroller before you right at the gangplank there. You do. You're right. You're not allowed to bring a stroller on the plane. Yeah. Yeah. Very, very strange. The whole thing's strange. Corlick, I don't know what Cool Rock. I don't know what that has to do with anything I said, but it is kind of funny. Yeah, exactly. Like, be sympathetic, be empathetic to people. It's just, and you should feel bad. Everyone, we all blow up, but you should feel bad. You should apologize if you're being a dick to people. And you, sir, were a dick. So there. That's my pronunciation. That's my proclamation, I guess. Pronouncement. I don't know what it is. Am I the asshole for refusing to attend a good friend's wedding after they changed the dates like less than 6 days out? No. I mean, you gotta. They're flaky. You can't be flaking 6 days before the wedding and expect you're probably going to lose 25% of the next on the next go round. They're just, people gave up other things. They planned stuff. They got sitters, and then you're like, I don't feel like it this weekend. It's a little cloudy or whatever, whatever it is. I want to know why they canceled the wedding. And then they redid it. So like, oh, she got cold feet. Well, yeah, no, you get one shot to do it right. If you don't do it right, you're going to, my guess, and I'm just going off of gut instinct. I feel like you're going to have a 25 to 30% attrition rate of your guests on your next wedding, unless it's really close to everybody and there's nothing else to do in your town. And then, yeah, people probably still show up. All right. So am I the asshole for refusing to attend a good friend's wedding after they changed the date less than 6 days out? No, not especially not if you had something else planned. My wife's good friend got engaged 5 months ago. Great. They sent out invitations 3 months ago. The original wedding invitation said we could bring our baby as well. Cool. The wedding is supposed to last 3 days. What? I already don't like it. 3-day wedding? It's so stupid. What do you have? Friggin' Travis and Kelsey or whatever? Who are we talking about? Taylor and Kelsey? Travis and Kelsey. I think that's his name, Travis Kelsey or something. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, the wedding's supposed to last 3 days. That they're getting divorced. I told you, destination weddings, I feel like have a 75% failure rate. And I would say multiple day weddings are right up there too. It's the same thing. It's the same people who have these things. Anyway. And right after the last day is my wife's birthday. All right. I'd planned a 4-day trip to San Diego. Yeah, you planned something. I hope you still went to San Diego. I assume you did. You just didn't go to the fucking dopey wedding. Take my wife to visit a few of her favorite places. Yesterday, my friend's mother texted my wife advising they suddenly changed the dates by 2 days forward, and the wedding now falls during the trip I planned. Yeah, don't go. Go on your trip. Don't. It's on them. She also tells my wife, "Oh, we can no longer bring our baby." Yeah, no. They're done. Fuck these people. It's ridiculous. First of all, the 3-day wedding. Second of all, oh, you can't bring a baby to spoil our 3 days. Oh, magic. People are so dumb. Problem is, I already paid for our San Diego hotel, and we don't have childcare because both of our parents are unavailable. We both told our friend's mother we can no longer make the wedding. Good for you. Yeah, that's fine. I think you're 100% spot on with that. The friend and the mom are very upset and saying things like they thought my wife was her best friend forever, and they were truly friends, and my wife should best friends forever do not take your kid off the guest list, take your baby out, have your baby on the guest list, and then take it. Best friends forever are excited to see your little baby and love on it. That's what a best friend forever would do. Bullshit. It's a bunch of bullshit. They just don't want the embarrassment. They don't want to set the tone to where now everybody can feel free to leave and have this your wife as an excuse. Well, Becky didn't go, so why do I have to? Well, Becky didn't go. Why do I need to go? You know, Becky's the linchpin. They're trying to hold the dam together before all the guests get their 25 to 30% attrition rate I've been telling you about. And most of them will probably be in San Diego because they've already made reservations and they're just going to use it as a vacation. They're just not going to go to this jerk's wedding. The friend and her mom are very upset and saying things like they thought our wife was a baby. Yeah. If they were truly friends, my wife would adjust our trip and pay for our own childcare. Ugh, they're the worst. People can be the worst, really. They really can. This friend is horrifically bad at planning. My wife had to plan her bachelorette party and paid for it. Yeah, she did her share, man. She did her time. I feel like I'm in the right for refusing to accommodate her poor planning. My wife feels similar. Who's right? You're right, 100%. No ifs, ands, or buts. You win. You win, sir and or madam. Yeah, that's a bunch of nonsense there. Trying to scold you, I guess. Yeah, he's not the asshole for poor couples, but exactly. Thank you. It's just nonsense. All right, let me back up here. Yeah. Started the show complaining about Rumble software, and then I screwed up even with the legacy software. So there you go. I do what I can. I do what I can. All right. No. No. And one more. And no. Okay. Let's see here. Do another one here. Hold on a second. Oh, yeah, I swear, it's so damn hot. I got the AC going, but it's, well, I don't like it. Don't like it. Moving to the beach. But the thing I don't like about the beach are the people who live near the beach. You know, the beach attracts really like sketchy people, I feel like. Everybody likes good weather, sketchy and or otherwise. Am I the asshole for deciding to step back from my cousin's kids after a misunderstanding? Step back. Are they gonna hit you? Hold on. How long is this thing? That's a bit of War and Peace here. Let me see. I'm currently pregnant, and this situation. Let me make sure I got my microphone on. Okay, and let me share it too. Let me do that. Let's get it all happening here. All right. Okay, and there we go. All right. Hold on here. Cancel that. Go here. Okay. Am I the answer for deciding to step back from my cousin's kids after a misunderstanding? I'm currently pregnant and the situation has been weighing on me, so I'd like some outside perspectives. Okay, you got it. I went to an amusement park with my cousin. Sounds awesome. Her two children, I hope we got the fast pass. Her two children, one is 6, another niece, and one of the daughter's friends. Okay. At one point, my cousin, okay, I'm just trying to make sure everyone's ages. At one point, my cousin stayed behind with her younger son in the little kids area and trusted me to walk around with her daughter and her daughter's friend. Okay, so far I don't see any issues. And the niece, up until this incident, she had never expressed any concerns about me being aggressive with her kids. Okay, well, she never thought it before. Later in the day, here we go with you being aggressive. I don't know, maybe you were, maybe you weren't. Later in the day, her younger son was upset and crying after being told he couldn't ride the ride with his sister because he was too small and had to ride with me. Well, at least he got to ride the ride. Some of these rides, they won't let you even ride the ride. So don't it's not the best, but still. And he's a young kid, so he's a whiny kid. He got very distressed and latched onto his sister. I asked her to help. He's like a monkey, to help me get him off her. As she was laughing about it, she responded she wasn't doing anything, so I pulled him off so I could take him back to his mom. Well, yeah, you got to pull him off. He's like a barnacle on her right now. I don't remember yelling. You probably did, but let's be honest, you probably yelled. But so what? But I may have spoken louder than normal, also known as a yell. You yell, just own the yell. Own the yell. Okay? Just own it. It's fine. I would have yelled too. So you yelled and pulled them off. The daughter then also started crying at this point, probably because you were yelling. And my cousin had already walked up and she took both of her kids. Okay. So she came in at a very bad time. That night, my cousin texted me saying her daughter had been crying and told her that I pulled him away, raised my voice. Yeah, you yelled. And that she thought I was going to hurt them. That's on her. You weren't going to hurt them. My cousin also described me as aggressive. Uh, I don't know. I don't see any bad actions in your behavior. I think you needed to yell because they weren't listening, and things are getting a little crazy there. And I think your cousin overreacted. That's what I think so far. I immediately explained what happened from my perspective, and I said I genuinely thought maybe I had accidentally bumped or scratched someone while picking him up because I couldn't understand why he was so upset. Were there marks on this kid? Now I might not be on your side. I also told my cousin I hoped she would reassure her daughter that I would never intentionally hurt them. Did you unintentionally hurt them? Yeah, I feel like you're leaving out a lot. I feel like a lot is being left. Was there a couple of black eyes here? Lacerations, what the hell happened to these kids? Spank marks, handprints. What the hell's going on? I might have yelled. I might have, fucking knocked them around a bit. No, I don't know. Suddenly, I'm no longer on your side. All right. Where we disagreed was that I don't think every time a young child misunderstands a situation, the parent needs to confront the adult involved, especially after acknowledging they didn't witness the event themselves. She was a few feet away. A tree was blocking her view. Oh, it's the grassy knoll of child abuse. From my perspective, once I was told a child believed I might hurt them, and I was described as aggressive, I felt like I had to defend my character. Yeah, I get that. I just don't like this. Did I accidentally hurt them? I mean, I guess if you pull them off, maybe. I told my cousin because of this, I wanted to take a step back from her children, not because I'm angry with her daughter. No, I don't blame you for that. Kids can, if they didn't get you the first time, they might try and get you the second just out of spite. Don't be alone with these kids. I actually think that her feelings are valid. That's how she experienced the situation. See, but because I don't ever want to be in that position where, no, you're right. Don't be alone with her. My cousin felt like I was making it into something bigger than it was, and she thought we could have talked through it as adults. It's not the issue. The issue is her kids maybe say, "Oh, she hit us. Oh, she said this word. Oh, she said this. Oh, she did that. Oh, she gave us this." I told her I respected her, that she wanted to advocate for her daughter, but I also felt my boundary was reasonable. Yeah, I think it is too. For additional context, this isn't the first time she's approached me because of something her daughter has said or felt. Okay. This kid is a mess. He needs some therapy. Most likely it's the fault This is why I'm unlicensed, because I just tell you what I'm thinking. Most likely it's the fault of the mom. I'm assuming the mom has kind of a victim complex, and she's now imparting it onto the kid. And everyone's we're all victims, and so look out. Who's making your life tough now? It can't be you. Let's find someone else to blame it on, some outside source, rather than taking ownership of our own issues. So I feel like she's one of those moms, and her kids are following in her footsteps, and they like the drama. And so yeah, you would be a fool to ever be alone with this woman's kids, because it's just going to keep happening. The apple does not fall far from the tree. The crab apple, by the way. All right. So for additional context, she approached me because something her daughter felt, which is part of why I decided to step back. That's a good call. Am I the asshole for my response? No, you are not. I could share screenshots where I reiterated with her multiple times that I agreed she should validate her daughter's feelings. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with validating feelings. And I could understand the situation her daughter might have scared. That brother was crying, however, labeling me aggressive towards him as a serious accusation. Yeah, you're fine. Don't deal with it. You don't have to step back from them, but don't ever be alone with them. You know? I mean, I guess that could be a step back, but no babysitting. No, you can still go to the park with her, but don't ever be alone with them. Always let mom be around with you. I just think that's just smart. It is. It's just smart. You don't want to. What do you want to deal with that shit for? Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you a little bit about Rumble Wallet. I love Rumble Wallet, as you know. I love Rumble just in general. We hear a lot about crypto, but here's the part most people miss. Crypto was created so you could actually control your own money. How about that? After the 2008 financial crisis, Bitcoin was designed as an alternative to banks. So instead of a bank holding your money, delaying transfers, or limiting access, you are in control. And if you've ever had to wait for a transfer to clear, you felt that problem. Now, fast forward to today. Everybody's heard of crypto, but getting started still feels complicated. That's exactly why I use Rumble Wallet. It takes all that complexity and it makes it simple. Choose what you want: Bitcoin, dollar-backed stablecoins, or even digital gold backed by real gold. No complicated setup. It connects with MoonPay so you can use your credit card, debit card, or bank and be up and running in minutes. Once you're set up, you can even support your favorite creators, hopefully this guy on Rumble, like me, directly. So do this now. Scan the QR code or click the link in the description and download Rumble Wallet. From there, you can set up your wallet, tap buy, and you're in the game. In just a few minutes, you can go from hearing about crypto to actually owning some. Rumble Wallet right there. Click the button. You'll be happy you did. God bless Rumble and all that they do for all of us, really. It's still the free speech platform, ladies and gentlemen, which is a delight. It really is. Really is. You can actually say what you want and not have all your shit taken down. What a concept. What a concept to have freedom of expression, to have free speech. What a concept. It's only a couple of years ago that was an anomaly and not the rule. Oh, but I digress. I digress. 10 yards excessive one. Yes, exactly. I get nervous about that too, man. I don't ever want to be alone with someone's kids. Just in this day and age, you just need one kid to be like, hey, he touched me, inappropriately. And you're like, I was eating a cheeseburger and your kid was fucking peed on my couch. And so I told him to stop and he said he was going to get me. And then I don't want to be alone. Like if I had a kid that wasn't mine, I'd be wired for sound. I'd have like a camera. I'd have my phone just sitting somewhere, just monitoring the whole scene. So if someone just ever said something, I'd be like, hey, look, here's 20 minutes of me doing nothing with your kid. It's scary. It's scary because it's your word against the child's, and then yeah, I'm never alone with kids. I'm just not. I like kids, but I'll be at a park or I'll see kids and it's great. I can enjoy them and they're adorable, but I don't ever want to have a friend's kid with me by myself because I just don't want to be in that situation. It's just not, no good comes of it, I feel like. And it's sad. But that's the world we live in, man. That's the world we live in. Now, I will have them, but if I do, I swear to God, I'll have a camera somewhere recording everything. just in case. It's crazy, isn't it? But you hear that shit. Hear that shit all the time. All right. Anyway, let's get back to it, and not my paranoia of the younger generation and their wackadoodle parents. Am I the asshole for taking back my favorite sweater from my ex after he refused to give it back and started using it as sleepwear? No, he's your ex. It's your sweater. Was it a gift? Did you give it to him? If you gave it to him, then yeah, you're the asshole because you don't get to take back a gift because you broke up unless he's like, yeah, you can have it back. Now, if he took it from you and it's not his and he's just keeping it, that's him being a dick. But let's find out which it is. We can find out right now. Am I the asshole for taking back my favorite sweater from an ex after he refused to give it back and started using it as sleepwear? 30 male, okay. I 30 male. Still good friends with my ex-partner. And we hang out regularly. And okay, that's already weird. You're still friends. And so yeah, it's not different. It's not like it was like a clean break. So that adds a whole nother level to it. A while ago, when we were still a couple, I lent him my absolute favorite sweater. He never returned it, even though I asked him for it back multiple times. Can you buy it again? Can you just get another one for him, one for you? You can be matchy. Eventually, out of pure frustration, because he just wouldn't give it back, I told him he could just keep it. Well, there you go. You told him he could you gave it to him. You gave it to him. It was a begrudging gift, but it was a gift. You now have you're just at his whim if he wants to give it back or not. You gave it to him. Recently, I noticed how he was treating it. Yeah, you don't get to just take it back. You don't. You gave it to him. No, you're the asshole here. He was wearing my favorite sweater around the house as sleepwear, getting it dirty. Yeah, it's a comfortable sweater. He's not wearing it out. He's decided this is his around the house sweater, his sleeping sweater, treating it like a throwaway piece of clothing. It hurt because he knew very much how much that sweater meant to me, and I had clearly shown in the past that I wanted it back. Yeah, but then you gave it to him. Did you forget that part? Today we were having it out, and we were hanging out. You're still hanging out with him. The whole thing's weird. I got to be honest. So he lent me the sweater to wear. Once I had it on, I told him I was taking it back for good because I really miss having it. However, I didn't want to leave him hanging in the cold. So I offered him another warm jacket, sweater for him to wear on his way home. You're not getting that one back. He completely snapped. He insisted the sweater was now his. It is. You gave it to him. Became very harsh and refused to agree. I stood my ground about stealing your sweater back. And he aggressively said, fine, just take it then. But he started cursing at me and raising his voice. He's justified. You're a thief. You gave it to him and now you're stealing it back from him. He refused the alternate jacket. Yeah, because you just next up you'll want that back and you'll steal that back from him too. I offered him and he stormed to walk home in the freezing cold anyway. Yeah. No wonder you guys broke up. Now I'm feeling guilty and wondering if I was out of line for how you handled this. Yes. Just come on. Stop it. Am I the asshole for taking my sweater back and letting him leave mad? Yes, you are. You didn't take it back. You stole it. You gave it to him. If I'm friends with someone or it's an ex or something and I go, I don't know, what am I going to give my ex? Here's a jacket. You can have it. And I say, you can have it. And then we break up a week later. And I'm like, I want my jacket back. No, I gave it to her. I said, you can have it. We hang out. We go to a movie here and there. We're hanging out. And then she's like, oh, are you cold? Do you want to wear the jacket? Yeah, okay. I'm keeping the jacket. What? What an asshole I am. No, you're totally an asshole, dude. All right. So I lent my ex my favorite sweater. We were still together. He refused to return it. So this is, I guess, a recap. So I gave up and let him keep it after seeing him use it as dirty. Okay, yeah. There you go. Are you the asshole? Yes, you are. That was easy. That was easy. Some of these are easier than others. And you, sir, are an asshole. There you go. There you go. Yeah. Okay. I got to go to bed too, Des Poetic. I do. I got to get up early. My son is so busy. He's crushing everything, and he's got his band thing tomorrow. So I got to get up extra early because I want to make him bacon and eggs. So he has a nice, good base in his belly for his longer day. So I'm going to do that. Anyway, I love you all. I love doing the show. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. Tell your friends, tell your family. We're almost at 100 shows. We were featured twice this week. That was great. Nice high numbers there, 3,000 I think on both of those live viewers, and then more in the overall algorithms, I guess. But yeah, so very happy. Thank you, Rumble, for all the support. And yeah, just have a great week. I may or may not do a show. No, I think I'll do a show Monday, no matter what. But yeah, never mind. I think I'm here all next week. I am going to visit my mom the week after the 100th show. I may take a vacation, I may not. And here's why. That's the fine. I'm not 100% because I love doing the show. I may do it anyway. But if I do it on the East Coast in 2 weeks when I'll be out visiting my mom and dad, it'll mean I have to do it at 1 a.m. And I don't know if I want to do it at 1 a.m. I might anyway because I do love doing the show. But I might just do maybe a couple and not just the full weeks. We'll see. We'll see. But next week, I'm here all week. So have a great weekend. You can catch me all next week at same time, 10 p.m. Pacific. I love you all. Tatanka, you enjoy your weekends too, and blessings to you, my friend. Des Poetic, thank you. Have a good night. Pizza Wolf, God bless you. And Polish, of course. Yeah, excessive. I still like excessive warning. It's just good stuff. Cool Rock, thank you for tuning in. Mr. Mag, of course, thank you. And I can't wait for the next installment of shit that went down in my neighborhood last night. That's some crazy ass stuff, man. That's some crazy ass stuff. Upon the Horizon, thank you for tuning in too, brother. Watch Woman on the Wall, God bless you. Thank you for tuning in too. Love you all, and have a great weekend. And I'll keep you updated. I got kind of maybe a fun weekend coming up. We'll see. Everything's moving around a little, but hopefully it'll all work out in the end, right? Okay. God bless you. I'll see you back here Monday. Remember, everybody, if you've got a problem, I've got a solution. I am Jeff, the Unlicensed Therapist. God bless and have a great weekend, everybody. Bye.